Didn't some rapper become a furry because his daughter was a furry? What rapper was that?
What? I'm so curious what his music is. Look it up.
I'm going to look up rapper furry.
There's
daughter.
probably a few.
But he's very open about it.
Drake?
No. Furry daughter. It was Kevin Gates. He was a furry with his daughter. That's very sweet.
But okay. But here's my issue with that. Isn't furries a sexual thing?
I don't think it has to be sexual. I think, like any community, some freaks ruin it.
Yeah, there's like, have you heard about the My Little Pony community?
Yes. Oh,
I watched a whole documentary on it, and I started to be like, should I be joining this community?
Like, they're kind of hot. You get it?
I get it. Okay.
Do you have anything to say?
She says, welcome back to Two Girls, One Blonde. I'm your co-host, Jamie Lee, and I am very high today. I got a little too high prior to the episode. Emily, you're taking the lead.
It's season 5.
Season 5. Heck yeah.
It's episode 2 of season 5. Oh, sorry. Sorry, girl. I forgot you were up there. And what are we doing? We're going to New York. So when this episode releases, we'll be in New York City. If you're in New York City, we'll be there. Oh, no, this will be after. Never mind.
No, this comes out on Tuesday. Oh, yeah.
So it'll be after the shows.
Oh, yeah.
Well, check our Instagrams.
To see what we did in New York.
Because you won't be able to go to it, but that's fine.
It was a last-minute trip.
Very last minute. I'm glad to be out of town. I hope I like New York.
I hate New York, but I'm ready.
I'm going to eat a bagel every day.
I'm down for that.
I'm bringing
we have to go to a
bagels
Jewish
home.
bakery.
A Jewish bakery?
Are you allowed
Yeah.
to bring bagels on a plane?
Yeah. They can't stop me.
Do you have to like pack them in your suitcase, or
put
can you
them on your carry-on?
It's not. Do you have to like claim it?
No?
Is that only at customs?
I think that's just customs.
God. What would I do without Google? How would I survive in this world? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. Did you see that people saying please and thank you on ChatGPT is causing like the equivalent of like 2 forests dying every day?
It's like billions of dollars just for saying please and thank you.
But I feel like we should be saying please and thank you because they will be taking us over, the AI.
Yeah, there's all these memes that are like robots and they just say ChatGPT on them. And it's like, no, this one said thank you because someone said one of the robots is about to kill the guy. And then they're like, all right, you're fine.
It's not going to be Handmaid's Tale. It's going to be Handmaid's Tale, but robotic.
It's going to be robots enforcing Handmaid's Tale ideologies.
Oh my God. The Black Mirror episode the other day where he inserted the throng into him.
Mm-hmm.
These like sentient beings that were created through a video game, and they infiltrated his mind and took over because human minds are exponentially bigger than computers. Dude, that's what AI is going to do. They're just going to take over our bodies.
Yeah, they want to insert shit into our brain. Would you take it? I might.
Yeah, I could see you taking it.
I would take it because I'd be like, I'm strong enough to beat it. Like nothing can control. I'm in control of my mind.
And I know I'm not. So I would be in the mountains in the Appalachian with tinfoil on my head.
Honestly, it's either that or I either go completely like I'm in the woods and I'm
gone. Yeah.
Or I get the app that's like turn your happiness and bliss up and nothing bothers you. You don't have to take a pill. You just swipe up and you're good.
I could do that.
At this point in my life, I'm getting old. I'm getting sick of this shit.
If I could just be happy
Turn
all
it
the
off.
time.
Yeah. Or maybe I need to be put on Prozac or something. That song was right. Bowling for Soup.
High school never ends.
Debbie just hit a wall.
Oh,
she never had it all. One Prozac a day. Husband's a CPA.
Her dreams throwing out the door when
I
she
heard
turned
that
24.
song and I was like, not me. It couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me.
I made my whole life effort to not be her. Because I was like, I could see this being me. And I was like,
just
I
could
can't.
never marry a CPA.
Yeah, the moment you heard that part, you were like, I don't relate to this. This doesn't resonate.
No, this could never be me.
Okay, husband's a comedian.
No.
Does it hit a little too close?
Disclaimer, this podcast does not endorse comic on comic dating. Nor are any views shared by
God,
our subsidiaries.
You're like, it's in the contract. I'm like, fuck.
No comics.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna have to block a few people.
Oh God.
Comics do hit on me more than people in the wild, though, and I hate it.
I just wish they were a little bit more elegant about it.
I don't.
I want like some dude approaching me with a sword or something.
No, like I'm autistic. Comics will just be like straight up.
They are very straight up. They're like, you
And
want to
they
fuck?
say it in like a smooth way, so like it like tingles my autistic ears. I wish just Men in the Wild did that. Anytime a male comic comes near me, I'm just gonna start hissing at him like a cat.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna go like how people thought like there was the weird horse girl in high school. I want to be that, but for male comedians, so these stay away.
I think they would like it.
Oh God.
You can't win. Let's test it out on Zacho.
If I was a wolf girl and I start galloping up 6th Street, all fours,
I would join you.
you think men would still try to fuck me here?
Yes.
Let's put it to the test.
And then it's just us galloping. We should do that.
Like,
I will.
we
Don't
hit on
underestimate
people
me.
like horse girls. We have to
We
learn how to
start
gallop.
peeing on people.
We have to learn how to gallop.
What do you mean?
I'll sniff
what do you
someone.
mean
I'll
learn?
sniff a butt.
I'll offer my butt.
Oh Jesus!
Hey, what are you gonna do? Non-consensually sniff a butt? I'm offering you a consensual butt.
Okay, you have a point.
Yeah, it hasn't been shaved in a while, but you don't need to get that close. Just through the
Well,
pants.
now you're really identifying as a wolf girl.
Yeah, just in the back though. The front's shaved.
Okay, you got in battle.
Yeah, I got a mullet. I'm down to do that. I'm down to do that.
I don't know where my thoughts are going.
What if we start throwing like dog shows, but the dogs are us?
No. What?
Didn't some rapper become a furry because his daughter was a furry? What rapper was that?
What? I'm so curious what his music is. Look it up.
I'm gonna look up rapper furry.
There's
daughter.
probably a few.
But he's very open about it.
Drake.
No, furry daughter. It was Kevin Gates. He was a furry with his daughter. That's very sweet.
But okay, but here's my issue with that. Isn't furries a sexual thing?
I don't think it has to be sexual. I think, like any community, some freaks ruin it.
Yeah, there's like, have you heard about the My Little Pony community?
Yes. Oh,
I watched a whole
yes.
documentary on it, and I started to be like, should I be joining this community?
Like they're kind of hot. You get it?
I get it.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend who was into that.
Yeah.
I was 12.
Yeah, but that's when that person's morphing into a really weird adult. That guy's a CPA who goes home.
Well, now
on
he's a woman. So maybe that was just like her female side before she knew it coming out, but kinky. I don't know.
Wait. Yeah, but all this stuff.
If I had a nickel for every time a dude who I dated turned into a woman, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot of nickels, but also it's kind of crazy that it happened twice.
That's nuts.
Let's go 3 for 3. Who
Maybe-
can I turn?
Men fuck your pussy and they're like, I have to be just like you.
And you know what? I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. This is a real woman right here.
Have you ever seen something and then it caused you nightmares after?
The My Little Furry Pony.
I don't know, whatever that was. When you said real woman, I got scared.
Oh.
I feared you.
That's good. That's a real woman.
That's true. Wow, the effect you're having.
It's crazy. It's the pheromones, dude. It's because I didn't put on deodorant today. You can sense them.
Maybe that's why I'm rolling. You can smell my pussy from here.
I went to Target and I got a bra, but they didn't take the security tag off, so I just cut the security tag off. So now
There's a huge hole in your bra.
there's a huge hole in my bra. It is what it is.
It happens. It's
It
a pretty
happens.
color.
It is a pretty color. Sorry. Sorry I brought it up, dude. I didn't know that was such a divisive topic.
Sometimes I hate this weed. No, it's all the time.
Oh.
I hate THCA. It sucks.
Yeah, THCA sucks.
No, it really does.
No,
It's
it really does.
like not real weed. It doesn't give you the same effect. I want 90s street weed. I didn't even smoke it back then, but that's what I want because I feel like that shit was real.
2010s Mexico weed.
Where are you getting your weed from?
I have my ways.
Have you ever bought fake weed?
Like synthetic weed?
No, like, well, that too. But no, I mean, like, somebody gave you a bag of oregano and you were so young and you didn't know.
No, because I dated potheads when I started smoking. So, like, he would always buy my weed for me.
I was so stupid. You could have handed me, like, a bag of baking soda and I would have been like,
You'd have been like, nice.
Well, I found Coke.
Oh, no. But I do say that. And then also that same ex picked up a bag of weed in the Boston Common, smoked all of it, and it ended up being laced with PCP. So he had a PCP trip. So maybe I shouldn't have trusted him.
No. Still a dumb kid selling drugs. It's not, or doing drugs. It's not really a smart kid.
Not a good kid. No,
but
he was a good kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for him. I hope he's
I
doing
wish I
well. Is
could
he a woman
relate.
now?
What?
Is he a woman now?
No.
What's he up to?
He's
Oh, he died?
He's in a better place.
God, every episode I strike out with someone dead in your life. It's all the payback for all the dead dad jokes. I'm coming for you.
Dude, I'm going to keep making them.
I'm coming for everyone in your life.
I think I have an aunt you haven't insulted yet. Go get Judith.
I forgot about her.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever told me about Judith.
I don't really talk about Judith.
What a name.
What a gal.
Is there names that people, like, if you heard somebody call out a name in bed that you just, like, wouldn't be able to say? I think Judith would be one of them.
Judith, Trudy.
Trudy?
Jeremiah.
Oh.
Something about that doesn't do it for me.
Well,
Beelzebub.
good thing Jeremiah Watkins will never hear this.
Oh, sorry, dude. No comics.
Carl.
No.
Maybe Carl with a K, but not Carl with a C.
That sounds racially motivated.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like it's always a white guy with a C, Carl. It's a black guy with a K, Carl.
Yeah, that maybe because it sounds cooler. But with the C, I picture like someone creepy and weird, and then it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I remember
if that's racially motivated, then I'll stand
so
by
be
it.
Jay Legend has like a rubber band ball that he's been building for a year, and I was like, "Yo, that's really cool." And he goes, "You only think it's cool because I'm black." And I was like, "No, like I feel like it is cool." And he goes, "No, sit on it." And I sit on it. I just think about that. I process that.
I thought you meant you sat on the rubber ball. I was like, what is he doing with this rubber ball after?
No, and 2 days later, Mothership posted a picture of him holding his rubber band ball, and I go, "Yeah, it was because you were black. It's not cool."
Yeah, what are some things that are cool? I guess cool if black people do it, but not if white people do it. Besides, say the N-word. You know, like random things like that. I'm trying.
I feel like it's cool when black people are lotioned up, but when I see like a really greasy white person, I'm like, you're gross. Because we don't need, I don't know.
What do you mean? I need so much
weird.
lotion. What are you talking about? I'm
Oh, really?
dehydrated. Yeah, I'm like a lizard. I've had permanent scales on my skin since I was a kid.
Oh, I'm scaly.
Unless
sorry, I
yeah, it's
showed
like
my toes.
scaly. And like in the winter, it's bad. Like you imagine when you take off jeans and it looks like it's snowing.
Oh yeah, that's gross. That's me in Boston.
Yeah, it's the worst. I've learned a skincare routine, but I have to like oil, lotion, shea butter. It's like I have to do all of it.
Oh, that's way too much.
One of them doesn't work. My skin gets dry. I don't know what's wrong.
Maybe you have that like butterfly skin.
No, sometimes I wonder if I'm older than I think I am.
What if you like slice your skin and we like count the
Jesus.
tree rings?
You can't do that on a person.
You don't know that. Have you tried?
No.
Exactly.
You'd have to cut through my leg. You'd like give up your
It's a
leg for
sacrifice
science.
I'm willing to make.
No, I think there has to be a way that you can test your biological age.
Can we like proton age
Can you
you?
test your biological birth date? Like if you test something, it'll be like you were born on this date at this hour.
I don't know.
Because my birth certificate's wrong. Like doesn't have my. There's no time.
How do we date a human?
That's what I'm saying. I'll never know how old I am.
No.
And
Google
every
it.
time
There's
I
gotta be a
age,
test.
I'm always, every time I age,
Ow.
I'm not like, oh, it's because I vape and smoke and drink and haven't had the best diet and don't work out. It's because my parents forged my birth certificate and there's a conspiracy I don't know about. That's the answer.
It's always the
I'm not
answer.
actually 31.
What if you're 25?
Well, no,
Why not?
because I remember being alive 31 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you remember 9/11?
Yeah.
Where were you when 9/11 happened?
I was in a classroom and
Me
then they
too.
rolled in a TV and they played it on the TV,
Which is so fucked up.
which is so fucked up. And I remember being like, what's happening? I didn't understand what was going on. And my mom just took me out of school and I went to her friend Michelle's house and her daughter Sarah. And then my mom was like, there was an attack. We had to take you out of school. We don't know what's going to happen. And I was like, I'm cool. Can I play like with the Legos?
I don't think anybody told me. I was 3. I don't think anyone told me what happened, but they played it at my preschool. And my mom just left me there. She was like, she'll be fine.
You were 3. I was like in first grade, I think. I think the grades I was in lined up with the years.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
so
like
nice.
in 2009, I was in 9th grade.
So in 2012, you were graduating.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So whenever
That's
I like
nice.
think back, I'm like, oh, okay, 2009, I was in 9th grade. I was 13.
That's so easy.
Yeah.
That's so easy. Ugh, us 98 babies have it hard.
How do you think about like years? How do you think about the calendar?
I don't like it. I think we should reinvent it.
No. But like when you think of like a day or when you think of the year, how do you picture it in your head? If you were going to draw out a year for somebody.
I think of it in terms of, I think, seasons and then like major holidays and then what happened around those. Honestly, everything past 2016 is a blur. Once Drake came out with One Dance, I don't know what happened. And suddenly it's 2025.
Yeah, I think I view it as like quarters because of like business and like sales. So I was always like,
All right, we're in first quarter.
yeah, we're in for. So I view it as like 3 months, and it's every 3 months. But I kind of like picture it like I'm drawing. So it'd be like January, February, March, like April, May, June, like or it's like this. And as like the summer's kind of here, and then the winter,
So
and
it's
then
like
it
a
connects.
clock, kind of.
Yeah, but sometimes I think of it. It's like I always think of like January, February, March. It's going down. Maybe I think of it as a line.
I just know January is the longest month of the year. April's the shortest.
Yeah, you lost me.
Or is it March
What was
that's
the question I
shortest?
asked you?
How I
the other
view the
day?
calendar.
And I was like the math on how to find the
Oh yeah, you asked me how to find the interest rate based on what you earned and how much money you had in the account. I was like, dude, you got the wrong
I was like,
bitch.
I had this much money in my bank account and I earned this much interest. What's the math to find out the interest rate? And we sat there and we were like, and then I had to do math and I was like, what's 9 times 5?
45.
I know that now. I fucking was sitting here high. I won like the times table multiplication competition
Dude, that was my
in my
favorite
school.
thing.
I used to win all the time. And I sat there, the most basic times table, and I was like, then I Googled it.
You Googled the times table?
My brain was not
All
working.
you had to do was this.
Okay. I forget
Wait, you learned that?
I forget all these things. I learn it to learn it, and then it's out my brain, and then my brain opens up for like the new information.
Sometimes it comes in at random moments, though, and I'm like, oh, I know that.
So I don't know how to like lock into the memory. Also, there were so many time periods of my childhood where I was learning important information, but I was also dissociating because of trauma.
Yeah.
So my brain blocked out everything from friendships to the information I learned.
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
It's crazy. How am I existing? How do you exist and not remember shit?
I think most people live like that.
Dude,
I feel like not everyone has memories. Do people have memories?
everyone I meet, I'm like, wow, you are thriving in society. You get up, you follow a routine, it's easy for you. I'm like, oh, you just get up and do the errand that you have to do? What are you talking about? Who develops these people? Are you an NPC? How do you remember to brush your teeth every time before you go to bed, or to take the pills that you are prescribed every single day? I couldn't take birth control because I literally would forget the pills.
Because you have to take it at the same time every day. I knew I couldn't do that.
I could never do it.
No. Dude, if I ever have to take immunosuppressants, I'm fucked.
If I ever have to do anything, I'm fucked.
That's
I'm
why
already
I'm not
fucked.
on meds, because I can't take them every day. I can't do it.
You know what? When I was on meds, they were so good that you wanted to take them every day. I was like, I'm on cloud 9. Where's the candy at? I need some candy.
Damn, I had the shitty ones.
Oh no, I was popping Zoloft I was on cloud 9. I was like it started like going down, and I was like, let's up this shit.
I did what was the sedative I took? Topamax?
Ooh, that made me suicidal.
Nice. I was suicidal before it, so I didn't really notice a change.
I was suicidal at a base level of it's just there. But Topamax made me be like, how am I gonna do it?
That's what taking doxycycline the other day did to me.
Really?
I was like, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna tell me these things so I can watch you.
But then I was like, no, that's just attention seeking, Emily. You're fine. You'll be over in 2 days.
Oh, good. Coping mechanisms and self-awareness. I love it.
But I didn't realize it was because of the doxycycline until a day or two after.
You're sitting like Bonnie Blue and Riley Reid on the thing. You're giving them full puss lips and toes.
All right.
I want you to know that that's what the boys are looking for on girls' podcasts.
Don't look at my fucking toes.
They were looking at the clam.
Jesus Christ.
It was a full clam. It was a gene clam. How did
Did you see him just emerge from underneath there?
Like a slug?
All right. First toke of the day. Bear, what do you have to say about the current state of the world?
You want to get high? Do you want to get high?
I'm currently about to inhale cat hair, and I don't even care.
Oh, yeah, you hear that?
Read it and weep, boys. Read it and fucking weep, Bear. Oh, he's so chunky.
We love a chunky boy.
We love a chunky boy.
Who's a chunky boy?
He's like, I wish these fucking ladies would stop bothering me.
Who's a big chunky burrito
Who's a
boy?
chunky monkey. Who's
All
a
right.
chunky monkey?
What are some things we've noticed about society lately? We just got high. Let's get deep.
I think I've noticed that people are stupid.
Give me an example.
Everyone's so excited about Trump getting rid of income taxes under $150,000, household income, which sounds fantastic, except when you realize that tariffs are going to take up all of that. So you're not really seeing a difference in what you're getting. People don't realize that. They don't see what I see.
Listen, I don't know shit about dick. But all I know is I gotta keep working. I keep trying to get successful and get better at comedy so that it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. All you can do is
There's
far
literally
away.
nothing you can do. So as long as you work to get as far away as possible, and I recognize that it's much harder and you have to come from a privileged place to do so. But even that in itself is an excuse, because there are people from those places who get out of those situations.
What places?
The dark places. And I'm one of them.
I was born in the dark.
I was made
I was crafted from the darkness.
I honestly do think money's made from the dark. That's why they say money's the devil, dude. But also, because like, I just think of art. It's made from a place of hurt, and broken people create beautiful things.
That's what my parents
So
made
if you're
me.
broken, create other income streams.
Because you can't get by on creativity.
No, you start flipping stuff. You start small. And every day it gets bigger and bigger.
You just do a backflip
I'm
every day.
I'm Gary V in their asses right now. Go to an eBay yard sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know either, but I was along for the ride.
Anyways, people are dumb.
People are dumb. You know what I think? I think the downfall of society is DoorDash.
The downfall of my bank account is DoorDash.
And that's the downfall of society.
I remember it was like you spent $2,000 in Uber Eats. And then I was like, what did I spend on this and this, and it was like you spent more on Uber Eats than rent. Not true, but close to it.
No, I've been there.
No, honestly, living in Texas, I might spend more on Uber Eats than on rent.
Yeah, we do have pretty cheap rent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love eating out, and I'm just so sad that I mean, I can do it every day. Should I? No.
Well, so eating out is such a luxury. We were talking about privilege. I remember going out when I was younger. We never went out to eat. If we did, my mom always taught me to ask for like the cheapest thing on the menu.
Yep.
And it like ingrained in me that it's like, okay, I'm just going to get chicken fingers and fries. It was easy. And then even as an adult, I had to break that habit and like treat myself to be like, no, you can order what you want on the menu. Just like don't overspend in other areas or cut back. Like do it smart. And now it's such a luxury to be like, I'm going out to eat and eating what I want. I feel like DoorDash is that instant gratification of that.
Yes.
Of being able to get whatever you want to eat to your house. Because a lot of us weren't able to do that growing up.
I never had delivery growing up.
We had Chinese delivery.
We got DiGiorno.
And pizza. There's always been pizza deliveries.
My mom was I don't remember getting delivery. Like at all when I was a kid, except for like when teachers would throw pizza parties.
Yeah. Or at somebody else's house.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I loved being at other people's houses.
Yeah, because they fed me.
Yeah.
It was really nice. It was a change.
They'd be like, oh, so-and-so is your best friend? And I'm like, yeah, and her mom makes a mean lasagna.
And I love Debbie.
Oh my God, my favorite thing was going to the soccer pasta parties. I was like, can I take some home? And then I'd come home, my mom ate it, and I was like, fuck.
It's crazy because my mom would bring food to like the soccer parties or like pool parties for like swim team, but then wouldn't let me eat when I was at home because I was too fat. Or that's what she said. I was not fat.
No, I wasn't either. My mom was making me do sit-ups to go out with my friends.
She just runs a military regime.
My mom would hit my stomach and be like, suck in. Every time I walked by. She'd be like, you have to learn how to suck in.
My mom would tell me to stand up straight.
But you know what? As much as like I could hate my mom for that, that's actually like the least thing I hate her for. I'm like, she had a point.
No, she was right in that regard.
And like sucking in and like learning that at a young age. Because it's so hard now as an adult that's used to just being like.
If only I'd stuck with my posture. I had such good posture.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes a little discipline
is good for you.
Is good for you.
Beat your kids. It worked for us.
Yep.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where people don't beat their kids?
No.
Because as long as kids are shitheads, they'll get beat.
No, it's not about that at all.
And as long as parents are kids.
Like human nature, you know what I mean? Like emotion, everyone's different. Everyone handles things different. If somebody's not taught how to get a grasp on their emotions, there's going to be violence. And it doesn't matter what age or where you're at, you know? Just unfortunate. Which in like, what is it? What's altruistic mean?
No idea.
I feel like that's the right word. Do you ever say words and then you're like, what's that word mean?
Every day.
Or altruistic is like you're trying to be good, maybe. No. Showing a disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others. Unselfish. It was an entirely altruistic.
Okay.
That's good. I was like on the.
You are on the money.
One of the first researchers began to solve the paradox of how the evolutionary struggle to survive and reproduce could give rise to creatures that never reproduce and spend their lives altruistically helping others to survive. What does that mean?
What?
I still don't get what this means.
They don't want creatures to breed?
Working together toward a common altruistic goal helps to build camaraderie and teamwork among employees. I feel like it means for like the good of others, like working in an unselfish way for others.
And that's been our word of the day with Two Girls, One Blunt. Altruistic. Altruistic.
Okay, I don't know why that the Merriam-Webster gave me like the weirdest definition, and this this says it so much more simply here. Yeah, so there's like what I was saying is like the goal with AI would hopefully help us to like live in a more altruistic society where do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if we'll ever get to that.
I don't know if we will either. But you think about when you hear about like a utopian society,
Is everyone's happy and
everyone's
working
happy
together?
and they're and that comes from an enlightened state of being.
But that would take evolution of like our monkey brains, because we're still monkeys. We would have to evolve beyond like the primitive like jealousy and envy and anger and get to a higher place. That would take a long time. But it could happen
Yeah.
if the world doesn't explode.
Well, some say that like some aliens are just futuristic versions of us that have evolved and then have come back to help society evolve. That's why you have like the pyramids and the technology and the buildings are so like it makes no sense for like what they were capable of during that time.
Is that who Ben Nye is? And Neil deGrasse
So there had to be
Tyson?
something that came and it's like, well, I don't know. It doesn't have to be evolved versions of us in the future, but something evolved. If it's just infinite time, forever. This is the high episode.
Where are we? Who am I?
I do just sit on the couch and ask you these questions and I'm like, what do you think about this? And then I'll go off and you'll be like, okay, Jeannie. Because I'm like, are we even monkeys? Do I even believe in evolution? This is why people are commenting, why did these dumb bitches have podcasts? But the real ones know what I'm talking about.
Dude, I believe in evolution. I believe in it.
We're going to get Kurt Metzger on. And
Is he going to convince me?
He's going to convince us of all
Well, I don't
of
think
it.
he has to convince you.
Well, some shit I don't know. But
you'll believe it.
you know what? At this point, why the fuck not? If we can
With
choose,
the state of the world,
some people choose to believe in, I don't know, Scientology.
they do.
Some people believe that
Do they believe in it, or are they in a cult and they can't get out?
everything's a cult. Sports is a cult. Religion's a cult.
Yeah. Why'd you leave me, babe?
The mathletes, cult. Popular kids, cult. The nerds, cult. Comedy, cult.
Oh, yeah. Are we just going to keep listing cults?
Red pill dudes, cult.
That's my favorite one.
The elites, cult.
Republicans,
Cult.
Democrats.
Crazy liberals, cult. It's all cults. And here at Two Girls, One Blunt, we're forming a cult. This is our announcement of season 5. All you have to do is adopt one cat and then send us a picture and tag us on your story, and you're a part of our cult.
And what do you get out of it? Nothing.
But the love of an animal
And that's all you need.
and our love and respect.
Well, respect. That's a tough
And then
one.
we'll hold cult parties. We should do that.
And it's just all of our cats.
We hold seances with our fans and we bring cats.
Aw.
And it's a cat party.
And you can talk to your dead
And
cats.
we host the largest cat event
That
of
would be so
stoners and
cute.
cats. Oh my God.
That would be so cute.
And we give everyone's cats shrooms.
And there's a pussy clinic where you can get your cat spayed for free. And
Oh, that's great.
it could be a charity event.
Oh, I love it.
That's so cute.
With comics and live podcasts.
Yeah.
I think we're onto something.
I think we have to get sponsored by Claritin. I think that's what we need.
Because the allergies out here are bad.
Yeah.
Everyone's like hopping on flights with their cats. Would people do this? If you're listening, comment, please. Because we need some interest if we're gonna start.
If we're gonna
Make our
plan
cat
a festival.
We're gonna make a cat cult and then a festival.
We should create a religion so then we can write everything off as though we're a church. Oh my God. Yeah.
We're creating.
What if we start a cult?
What do we call it? Pussy lovers of America.
Pussy power.
Oh, and it's
The
all-
power of the pussy. We call it pop.
Oh, I like that.
Pop that pussy.
Power of pussy. And we worship cats, and the cats are our lords.
Yeah, and then we just do nothing except lay in sunspots. So we can commune with our higher selves, the cats.
Yeah,
who
we
have
get
passed.
high, and then we all astral travel to the cat world.
Yeah. And then
Dude.
we're a cat community, a community of cats.
Oh.
And then I have friends.
I think we're onto something here.
I think we start a cult. I've been wanting one for a while.
We got to think of the name. I think we should sleep on it till next week.
I like pop.
Are you a part of Pop?
Hey, have you heard of pop?
What is it again?
Have you
Power-
popped your cherry yet?
Power of the pussy?
Yeah. Pot. I added the T in there. Pot.
What are like the craziest cults you've heard of?
The craziest cults. Wasn't there that like Desert Ridge one where they had like 60 kids and the FBI had to come out and then I think the FBI killed everybody? Ruby Ridge. That's what
Wait.
I'm thinking of. And there was like a commune of people and there was one dude and they had kids and then just everybody died.
Why'd they die?
Because they like stood their ground and the FBI just killed him.
Oh, like they started shooting at the FBI?
I think so. And then the FBI shot back.
Look this up. Oh, and so wait, was this like one of those cults where the guy's like fucking all of the women and it's all incestual? And he like
It was an 11-day siege in 1992 between Randy Weaver, his family, and federal agents in the Idaho mountains. They attempted to arrest him on gun charges near the Canadian border. Weaver was a white separatist and survivalist, was accused of ties to anti-government and white supremacist groups. A shootout erupted, killing a deputy marshal and Weaver's son. Oh, his 14-year-old son.
so not everyone died.
Not everyone died.
So he was like a white supremacist, anti-government cult
Oh my
leader.
God, an officer shot his dog and then pointed his rifle at his son. The son was armed, shot at the marshals, and was shot in the back and killed by the team.
I'm sorry, but if you're a cop and you shoot my dog,
I'm going to shoot you.
I feel like that's your
That's your constitutional right.
right. Is it not? It's probably not because they're cops.
But it should be.
That's crazy. If anyone comes onto my property and shoots my dog, what if it's like I didn't know you were a cop? I didn't have my glasses on.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing my contacts, officer. I'm blind.
You
Hold up your
shoot-
fingers. I don't know.
You shoot and then you just take the contacts out.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about that. Taking my contacts out and being like, I didn't see anything. That's crazy. It couldn't be me, dude.
Test the eyesight, dude. I can't see past my hand.
Is that an E? An F? I don't know.
No, that's nuts. I mean, I'm sure they were doing sketchy shit.
Yeah. White supremacist, probably not good people,
No.
if I had to guess.
No,
right, let's
you
look
don't
up-
have to guess. That's a fact.
Crazy cults in America.
I want to know what like the most fun cults are. Like what cult would I be convinced of joining? Or you're like, you know what? This kind of sounds good. Okay, 6 insane cults that would probably be a lot of fun. The Raelian movement, founded by a dude who appears to have stolen his clothes after a stint as an extra on Star Trek. The Raelians are one of the few cults that occasionally make the news down here on Earth. Rael lets you know on his website that he's a Frenchman who used to be a cabaret singer and a race car driver, which realistically is slightly cooler than being a carpenter like Jesus or jolly fat man like Buddha. All of this prior to meeting an alien named Yahweh, of course, who came to tell Rael to tell him about the origin of mankind, as well as offering the service of several futuristic sex robots. Oh, hell yes. The Pope offers people holiday blessings and waves from behind bulletproof glass. Rael bangs sex robots from another galaxy. We're not saying one's cooler than the other. We're just saying sex robots are cooler than anything the Pope has probably even thought of doing. He just died.
I feel like this is bad timing, but
this was bad timing and not planned.
let's be real. Sex robots are cooler than anything any mortal could do.
Dude, I would bang a sex robot.
I would too.
Yeah, I'd be like, can we record this?
Can you record it from your chest?
Or the sex robot records you.
Could he do it from his eyes? And he's just like watching. That'd be cool.
Could I like upload and be like, hey, can you copy this porn star and do these moves?
You give him small hands. Owen Gray.
Yeah. He has his own harem of women called the Order of Angels,
How do I get in on
who
that?
apparently exist just to bang the men and donate eggs to human cloning efforts.
Okay.
Rael also has an actual subgroup of real life whores called Rael's Girls, made up solely of women who work in the sex industry. If this whole religion sounds like some insanely clever man's diabolical plan to wear pajamas all day and fuck really gullible women, then congratulations, you may qualify to enter the inner sanctum. Membership numbers indicate followers in the tens of thousands, most of whom were probably swayed in no way by the religion having its own skank squad.
So what I'm hearing is you need bitches to make a successful cult.
And
Women are currency everywhere.
Women are currency.
Everywhere.
We deserve more power.
We should
Money
have,
makes the world go wild, and women are currency, so therefore we run the world.
So we need a cult where they're hot men. Let's get women. Women are the most powerful consumers. Why do we not have a cult that's women empowering?
That's what
That's
what the pussy cult is. Men can join too as long as they devote their lives to the power of pussy.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
there's another one. The Cosmic People of Light Powers. The Cosmic People of Light Powers is a Czech cult. We like the Czech Republic here. That's more intense and has a better backstory than the whole Matrix trilogy. I can't read, dude. Trilogy combined. The Cosmic People aren't your typical downer cult. You'll find no leaders with 100 wives who tell followers he must baptize them with his semen. But the Cosmic People do believe in an alien named Ashtar Sharan. Ashtar has a fleet of 10 million spaceships that orbit the Earth. With that many spaceships, the odds of getting a primo suite when the time comes to leave Earth and head off for a picnic on Venus seems almost guaranteed. Score 1 for the true believers. Membership numbers are a bit sketchy, with the leader of the group claiming thousands to hundreds of thousands of sympathizers, while government sources say a couple hundred people, and hint that all of them may be mentally ill. Nonsense, we say. The Cosmos, as we like to imagine them calling themselves, are just more to open to the task of understanding the truth about the infertile saurians chipping our hearts. These are the longest sentences,
Wait,
dude.
can I reread that?
The rest is under the control of lizard men. It's basically like aliens and lizard men. I feel like that's pretty much all.
Have you heard about Pastafarianism?
Rastafarianism?
No, Pastafarianism. It's the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Oh.
This is him.
Wait, I feel like I've seen that in a TV show.
My dad's an ordained minister
What?
of the Church of Pastafarianism
Why?
because he thought it would be cool.
Your dad joined the Church of Pastafarianism?
He was like, it's $100. Now I'm a minister of Pastafarianism.
How is this, like, people could just do these things?
You can just do it. They have it was founded in response to the Kansas Board of Education's wait, what the fuck is intelligent design? Pastafarianisms wear colanders on their head, and some even engage in pirate regalia for formal events. Every Friday is a religious holiday, and they believe in a beer volcano in the afterlife. I think I'm gonna convert.
We should make $100 religion to join and see how many followers we can
And then
get.
we start a church, and then everything is a write-off. And we don't have to pay taxes. That's what the Kardashians did. They started a church so they could funnel money from their businesses through the church and not pay taxes. And then they get charitable contributions, deductions on their taxes for donating to their church.
That's so crazy.
So smart.
I need more rich friends.
Dude, the devil
So
works
they can-
hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
You know what? And 2 girls, 1 blunt, and their cult members will work even harder to get cats to really run the world.
Yeah, pop.
Pop that
2
pussy.
girls, 1 blunt. Pop, pop that pussy.
Well, quick, fun little episode.
Yeah, this was cute.
This is
fun.
This is our season 5. We're getting you to join our cult, and we're gonna make posters or something.
We're gonna
soon.
do stickers, temporary tattoos,
Permanent tattoos.
real tattoos, brands.
We're gonna brand you at our live shows.
But only if you're white. I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, we can't discriminate.
Fuck, is that racist of me?
You can't. I don't know. See, I don't understand. Whatever you want.
We'll do
As
whatever
long-
you want.
As long as you consent and sign paperwork that makes us not legally.
Yeah, and sign a non-disclosure. We love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, bye.
Bye. This is good.